And welcome to Champaign. I'm Mark Pasco. Bob Burnell here as well for the final quarterfinal of the night here in Champaign. And Bob, we saw a pretty good ball game just completed. Benton knocked off St. Martin de Bourg out of Chicago, 64-50. A pretty good performance, I'd say, by JoJo Johnson of the Benton Rangers.
Yes, he had a great game. I think he had 36 points in the ball, make that 38 points in the ball game. And what a three-point shooter he was. He cooled off a little bit in the second half, but he tied his state tournament record with 4 three-pointers in the first quarter.
And he had 6 for the ball game. He was 6 of 9 from the three-point line in the first half, but he was 0 for 4 in the second half. But you got to credit to Benton that they were able to hold Jerry G to 19 points, get offense elsewhere from Brian Kern, who had 17 points, and Benton goes on to win.
Well, Brian came out to shoot the 3 in the second half that JoJo was missing, and consequently picked up the slack.
This ball game, Findlay 28-2 versus Elgin St Edward, the Green Wave at 23-7. Should be a good one. Kent Payne, second year at St. Ed's, 47-21. The record goes out of the Suburban Catholic with the likes of Driscoll, certainly a tough league indeed. The Findlay Falcons under Mike Reynolds, his 12th season there, 231 wins, just 89 losses, 28-2. They're from the Meridian Conference. Their school enrollment, 96. This is a small school indeed.
Well, you know, I thought Aurora Christian was a small school. They're just a little over 100 this year, but this is, in fact, a small school.
622 of the enrollment for St. Ed's. The winner, we said, will play 12:45 tomorrow, the second semifinal against Benton. Already we've got the 11-15 semifinal figured out. It'll be Normal U High versus Augusta Southeastern. Taking a look at the starting lineups for this basketball game. First of all, for Elgin St Edward, Brian Harms averaging 12 points per basketball game. Harms checking in, a 5'11 junior. Jason Randall averaging 13 points per ball game. Randall, a 6'3 senior. Tom Gary, 15 points a ball game. Gary, a 6'3 senior. Mark Rossland, just 4 points a ball game. Rossland, a 6-foot junior. And Chris Payne, their big scorer, 26 points a game for Chris Payne, the 5'11 senior. Great three-point shooter indeed. For the Findlay Falcons, Findlay, their starting lineup consists of Tony Sparks. Tony is 6-foot senior, averaging 4 points a game. Clayton Stivers, a 6'7 senior, 11 points a ball game. Eric Smith, a 6'7 senior, 12 points a game. Jim Allen will get a start, a 5'10 senior at 2 points a ball game. And Joey Howell will also get a start here this evening. Joey Howell, a 6'2 senior at 4 points a game. No doubt about it. It's the 2-6-7, the Twin Towers for Findlay that make them a good basketball team.
You know, the last time Elgin St. Edward was here was 1987, and they couldn't get out of the quarterfinals that time either. So obviously their goal is to win tonight, to play 2 more tomorrow. Of course, Joe Tullo was the coach then. He's now moved on to the Leiden Eagle Ball Club. And, of course, now it's Mr. Payne's ball club. But, again, Elgin St. Edward, a nice school out of the Suburban Catholic, and the really lone remaining school that we could kind of claim, even though they're just up the river a piece. But I'd like to see if the Green Wave could get a win here. But, of course, in their way is the Findlay Ball Club. And we're just about ready to get this 4th quarterfinal underway. Once again, 1580 Sports Director Mark Vasco.
Tip controlled by Findlay. Right away they go left to right in front of us in their home white. Fadeaway jump shot left baseline is good. Eric Smith on the board for the Falcons.
Well, that's the way it's supposed to be done. That's how the coaches draw it up. A nice little 3-footer.
The Green Wave in the green, and outside the 3-point shot is going to be short for Chris Payne, and Findlay comes down with the rebound.
He forced that. Nothing but air.
Now a 3 the other way for Findlay, and that's long, an air ball for Clayton Stivers. The tip no, and the rebound comes down to St. Ed's. Heads into the front court, they go left side. The pass into the corner, tipped around, but saved down there by Rossland. Now they go back up top to Tom Gary. Now to Payne to set it up. Payne driving right side. The running 15-footer bounces off. Rebound way up in the air. 6'7" Clayton Stivers. Well, when you've only got 96 students, kind of helps to have 2 of them at 6'7" to get downstate.
You bet.
Running jump shot the other way is going to be long for Jim Allen, and the St. Ed's ball club the rebound.
Mark, you can tell already that Eric Smith is going to be a load.
Payne for three, misses it right side. Findlay the rebound. Both teams cold early on.
Elgin St Edward may want to try a different play.
Right baseline, trying to back in. There's going to be called a travel on Clayton Stivers. That'll be their first turnover.
I think early on, Elgin St Edward, Mark, feels as though they've got to play the perimeter game because of the 2 6'7" players for Findlay. But, there's an opposite point of view, too, and that's get the ball down low and see if we can draw some fouls on those guys.
So they go down low, St. Ed's. They dish left baseline, and not ready for the pass that time was Mark Rothman. I think he was setting up for a rebound. He was surprised his teammate didn't shoot.
Tom Gary got the ball down low, Mark. A nice position to have the ball on the right side of the lane. Had he not put the ball to the floor and gone right up with it, he would have had a good shot. But the 2 6'7" guys intimidated him, and then he threw the ball away. First turnover on the green wave, by the way, Mark.
Okay, full court St. Ed's pressure. Findlay has it back court. They kind of clear out for Jim Allen, and now they come front court with it, and Tony Sparks. Sparks baseline right. Ooh, the pass a little bit too hot to handle for Eric Smith. Falcons turn it over for their second early.
Well, somebody got a hand at it, and when you slow down it's like a curveball in baseball. You slow down the speed of the basketball come down the floor, you go for it, and then it doesn't come up for you.
St. Ed passes on the wing. It's tipped away. Is it stolen? Yes, it will be saved in bounds, but now saved in bounds to St. Ed. So the Green Wave will keep it eventually. Now for three, high left. Roslin has it go off the back of the rim, and there's going to be a foul over the top on somebody on the rebound attempt.
Gary did a nice job of getting position down there for St. Ed's, and again, he's 6'3", so he's still got a 4-inch height disadvantage against the 2 6'7" players for Findlay, but he got high in the sky to almost corral the carom, the coin of phrase.
And now a missed shot by St. Ed's as Tony Sparks picked up that Falcon foul, but now the Falcon rebound. And Findlay has it left side. They go left baseline. Running jump shot from 17 will not go on the miss by Joey Howell, but a foul on the Green Wave.
And Coach Payne over there expressing some chagrin to Mark Rossum.
Ryan Harms picks up the foul. At the foul line will be Joey Howell, 70% foul shooter for the Falcons. And the first one is good.
You don't see too many southpaw basketball players. We've got one right here in Findlay, and of course Jerry G in the game before. Jerry G, a nice player, by the way, just 16 years old, 6'6", and about 225. What a nice physical specimen. He'll be back next year. You're going to hear from St. Martin before.
You better believe it. And now a long court pass after the second free throw was made. St. Ed throws it away. Back to Findlay. Their third early turnover. 4-0 Findlay. 5:39 to go here, first period. Findlay has the ball against pressure. Now to get things started will be Jim Allen. Allen goes to Howell. Howell tried to go left corner, but he had too much on it. Trying to go back and get it, Tony Sparks. He steps out of bounds. And their fourth turnover. No surprise, another early ragged start for a quarterfinal.
Yeah, it's great to be down here. It's exciting to be covering a tournament, but, you got to admit, for the most part, the quarterfinals are not necessarily always the greatest game.
15-foot jump shot around and off. And now Findlay comes back in a hurry after the Payne miss by St. Ed. Alley-oop underneath, left side. Not much there, so they'll have to kick it back out again. Better go back down to Eric Smith, but knocked away and stolen by the Green Wave. So fifth Falcon turnover. Now right corner for three. The St. Ed's long jumper, not good by Randall, and the rebound comes down to Findlay.
I'm still impressed with the way Gary gets off the floor at 6'3" for St. Ed's. If he can continue that, he can combat Eric Smith at 6'7".
Smith right baseline, little 4-foot shot put in.
As long as he doesn't let Eric Smith go around him.
Smith has 4, and for 6'7", he is thick.
He really is, and he goes, that long pass, he went high in the sky to get that pass so it wouldn't get knocked away. He's a heady ball player.
Baseline to right, the shot put up and in. A foul, the basket's going to count. A chance for a three-point play for Mark Rothland to the Green Wave.
Well, I'll give you assist to Tom Gary, Mark, and what a heady play because he knew he had the two towers right there. They dump it off to Rothland. He goes up, and what we alluded to, you've got to maybe try to get some fouls on those big guys, and they've got the first one on Eric Smith.
So at the line, Mark Rothland, a 70% foul shooter. St. Ed's finally on the board at 6-2.
St. Edward's always a good shooting team. That's tradition up there.
And around and in. Yeah, it's kind of nice when your tradition is to get good talent.
Oh, helps a lot, too.
I'm out on the floor. 4:25 to play first period. Findlay 6, St. Ed's 3. Back after this 1-minute timeout on 1580 WKKD. Back here in Champaign, the Findlay Falcons from South Central Illinois. Of course, Elgin St Ed's, we know, just up the river. Battling it out here in Champaign, the Class A state quarterfinals. Findlay has a 3-point lead and the ball. They go left to right. Nothing up top, so they swing it around right side. Now Findlay has it high left. That's Jim Allen. They try to go low left, down low. The shot put up blocked, and they're going to call a tie-up. Oh, my. Clayton Stivers had it knocked away, but they call the jump ball situation. St. Ed's on the arrow.
Now, this is a good question. Now, is that a turnover on the alternate possession, though? I wouldn't say so.
I don't think so if you have to rely on an arrow to get it that way.
I think I used to give him one, but I'm not going to anymore.
Well, we'll see what the official stats say at halftime. There you go. Ball was kicked out of bounds. St. Ed's will have it to start all over again. They trail by 3 here at first period. Down for the key, Jason Randall against the man-to-man. Randall goes in the paint. Nothing there. Goes back outside again to Payne. Payne, the 14-footer, partially blocked. But the rebound tips to Payne, who misses again. And now a rebound foul coming over the top from behind. Tom Gary with the personal.
Yeah, you know, those big fellas for Findlay blocked off the backboard very nicely. And Gary did go over the back. And if you don't have that inside position, you might as well hang it up. Just concede.
Full court St. Ed's pressure. Findlay in the backcourt. And they're running out of time, and they're almost going to turn the ball over. And almost one of their players right in our laps, Jim Allen. But Findlay somehow saves it. They go front court, and Clayton Stivers puts it in the hole.
Clayton did a nice job of recovering because he was a little bit off balance. As Payne comes back and tries to answer, no good. Allen with the rebound.
So Findlay back again with an 8-3 lead. They go left side, alley-oop underneath the Stivers, off the back, no, and he's going to be called for a foul, or there will be a foul, and he'll shoot 2, let's put it that way. Up the front of the rim, no, Stivers, a 68% foul shooter, pretty good for a big guy. And the next one is around and in, so Stivers gets 1 of 2.
These rims have a lot of bounce in them. I guess I like it. It makes more action when the ball's shot.
Payne, a long NBA 3, no good. He's really cold early on, and Findlay the rebound. Almost going away, but Allen comes away with it for the Falcons. Allen. It's the man, and alley-oop underneath. He overlaps Stivers. It hit the backboard, and now they're going to call a double dribble, as picking up the loose ball was Joey Howell, and right away he turned it over.
The pass was really behind Stivers. Stivers had already advanced on the baseline right up to the basket, and the pass came back away from the basket, and he couldn't just split his body in half. If he could have done that, it would have been all set.
But they go right baseline. They do so. Now they take it back up top, stolen away. Findlay on the move. Allen tried to go right side, and Payne stole it right away again. So now St. Ed's in the front court. For 3, Rossland, no, off the back of the rim, but St. Ed's keeps it alive. They go baseline right. The outside jump shot, no, but a foul is Randall on the miss. Gets knocked to the ground.
If it's against Eric Smith, which I think it might be, that'll be his second already. It is.
Well, that's certainly a key to try to get him in foul trouble early.
I think so, because, you know, St. Edward, in the early going here, even though they've fallen behind by 6 points mark, they're a transition team, and if they can get one of these big guys out at least, they can go, because Gary's tough at 6'3".
Tom Gary, talk about tough. He got the ball in hard of the hole, put it in against the big guys. 9-5 Findlay. 2 minutes to go in the period. Go left baseline, outside left. The long jump shot by Stivers is no good, but they keep it alive to Smith. Back up, Allen for 3, no. Rebound, back up and in. Tony Sparks with the basket.
You want to talk about Johnny on the spot?
Bounced right into his hand. And a 3 finally for Payne. I guess if you're a good shooter, you're going to keep trying it. He finally put one through.
Almost stole the inbound pass, too, before it bounced off his foot. That was at least a college 3 and possibly the NBA 3. That was long range.
I agree. 1:40 to go in the period. 11-8 Findlay.
He still doesn't have the rhythm of the backspin, though, that JoJo Johnson has for Benton.
Look at this. The 6'7" guy bringing the ball up court against the press. Not only the other 6'7" guy, Smith, turnaround jumper, good. Eric Smith.
Hit the rim, bounce high, and then drain through.
St. Ed's on a fast break after the basket. A three-point shot is missed, and a rebound out of bounds to Findlay.
However, I don't think that man ever had possession of the basketball. Findlay, that's an interesting call because St. Edward was trying to knock it away, and they're saying St. Edward had possession when, in fact, Stivers was the guy who had possession of it last.
And you might be right. Stivers has it front court. Yeah, I wish we could see a replay. They didn't do it.
No replay.
Let's baseline the running shot. They haven't had too many of those, frankly, today.
His third foul.
And Smith called over the top for a foul. Wow. St. Ed's people ought to be happy about that. Eric Smith going to the bench with number 3. He's got 6 points already.
With a minute 10 remaining only in the first quarter.
Wow. Oh, man. Big play indeed. Jason Tucker comes in his place, averaging 6 points a game, but they lose a lot of size and bulk with him on the floor.
And I know you're dealing with young people here, but you've got to be a little patient out there.
You can still tell they are a little hyper still here.
Oh, yeah.
First period of play.
Oh, nice dish, nice lead, actually.
Now the outside jump shot for 3 kind of clangs off the rim. No good for Randall. The rebound comes down to Findlay.
Almost a brick.
Awfully close. In the paint, the running jump shot, no good. Rebound tipped out long and saved by the Falcons. They keep it going. Allen, right side.
Payne would have had that if he hadn't slipped.
Driving right baseline. Nobody cut him off. Tony Sparks put it in. Now St. Ed's in a hurry. They just beat everybody down court. To the layup, the foul, and a chance for a three-point play. Tom Gary.
You know, everybody talks about fundamentals and how you're able to shoot the basketball and how you can drive with your offhand. If he hadn't been able to go with the offhand, which is his left hand, and score that layup, he wouldn't have got the three-point possibility that he now faces.
Great play by Tom Gary. Just a 52% foul shooter, though.
I used to have trouble with that, too, because I always wanted to go off the wrong foot, but I finally got it down to believe it or not.
Gary for 6'3", you tell you what, he can motor, too.
He's tough. He's a nice player. He could probably be the most versatile player on the team. He probably is.
He misses that free throw, but Payne the rebound. Oh, he misses the tip. Findlay comes down with it. Payne steals it away. 18-footer good. Chris Payne. He's got 5.
He's missed 2 5-footers. They're just too close.
Findlay by 3. They've got the ball. Stivers in the lane. Fancy jump shot for Stivers.
Better hurry.
And now Stivers a steal of a long court St. Ed's pass, and that's the buzzer. At the end of 1 period of play, Findlay 17, St. Ed's 12. Back after this 1-minute timeout on 1580 WKKD.